Hey there, Internet friends. Trevor Starkey here with another episode of AC Discovery and two more episodes of My Hero Academia under my belt. Season 2, Todoroki vs. Bakugo, and time to pick some names. So with the first episode, we kind of ended the tournament with all the first years kind of competing against each other. In that match, of course, it was Todoroki versus Bakugo for the finals, and Bakugo won. And I love that he won basically because Todoroki, Shoto, kind of gave up. He started to use his left-hand side, his flame power, and then he had basically a mental block or basically some conflicted ideas in his head. And basically turned it off as Bakugo kind of launched a final assault. And so Bakugo won, but he hates how he won. He hates that he doesn't feel like he actually beat Shoto. He feels like Shoto just kind of let him win. So I love that his rage is going to kind of continue. And I love how they played with it. And basically, they had him restrained because of how angry and furious he was that he won the way that he won. Elsewhere in the episode, we have Ida kind of seeing his brother basically beaten down. It kind of hints in this episode that it might be final words, but we see him alive in the next episode still, so he's still there. But we see basically Ida having to confront the fact that his brother has been nearly killed here, and all of his other problems kind of become small as a result of that. And the whole episode kind of culminates with a lot of family reunions. Shoto, in order to kind of get through this block, goes to see his mother. That is how he is going to move forward. He's going to confront his mother, who he hasn't really seen since she burned his face when he was a little child. So he kind of goes to the hospital to see her, and we get it seems like there's going to be kind of closure for him in there and growth. And then I think this was the first time I've seen this in My Hero Academia, but there was a post-credit scene that wasn't just a preview for the next episode, but in that we see Ochaku kind of she goes to her house and her parents are there, and she gets to have a little reunion with her parents. And we also see Deku with his mom, kind of her talking about how it's great that he has this power, but she still worries about him, and she cried so much that she was dehydrated, and I thought it was a funny little kind of gag and callback to the moments where an episode would end and we would see Deku and his mom just kind of with tears fountaining from their eyes. So a lot of fun there. Really, I think good a strong kind of close to the tournament plot of the episode. And then kind of moving forward into time to pick some names, we get the characters who've received offers from big time hero agencies and stuff like that. Todoroki actually won more offers than Bakugo, even though Bakugo placed first, and that's probably tied to Todoroki being the son of Endeavor and kind of his power maybe potentially being more useful. Deku ends up not getting any offers, potentially because he was people were so afraid of how reckless he was maybe in his fight against Shoto. Tokiyami gets a couple offers, Ida gets some offers, even Uraraka, Ochaku got some offers on there. I saw her name on the list. I didn't see how many she got, but and then also the big part of this episode, the titular part, of course, is that everybody kind of picks their superhero names. Everybody except I think I don't think Bakugo gets his name outright here. He tries to go by King Explosion Murder and then Lord Explosion Murder, and both times he's kind of shot down on that. But we have Sue going by Froppy. We have Tape Guy going by Cellophane, and a whole bunch. I'm not going to run through every name, but some of the ones I enjoy. I like that Grapehead is going by Grape Juice. Uravati is a good one for Ochaku, and it's going to be way easier than saying Uraraka. I like that they kind of built up the idea that Deku has fully embraced Deku as his name. There was a nice little kind of flashback to Ida being asked by his brother, who can no longer feel his legs, to take his name in Ingenium. But Ida decides instead to go by his name, Tenya. Similarly, Shoto goes by his first name. So yeah, lots of... Finally got some names, some of them pretty self-explanatory. Headphone Jack for Headphone Jack Girl. Pinky for the Pink Girl, after Alien Queen got rejected. That was a nice little other gag. Anyway, so a bunch of them pick their names, and then we also see that Deku did get an offer, after all, from All Might's former mentor, Gran Torino is his name, I guess. And so he's going to go train with Gran Torino. And All Might's mentor does know about the One for All ability, so he's going to probably train Deku up in a way that hilariously had All Might very kind of like dismayed and afraid of he's going to judge everything that I've trained the boy on and all that kind of stuff. So I'm interested to see kind of where the second half of the season goes. It seems like it'll probably tie into the bigger kind of storyline with the hero killer Stain. I imagine that's where we're going to see, but for the immediate future, we have the students going off into their own kind of little subplots as they take their internships for, I think, a week's time is what I think it kind of hinted at, including Ida is basically taking an internship at probably a lesser agency than he could have gone to, but he's taking one near where his brother was attacked, so he can probably try and be angry vigilante. And there's definitely some foreshadowing here at the end of the episode that like future Deku, who's kind of narrating this whole thing, says he wishes he had changed things because he was going to come to regret kind of the little parting ways here between Deku and Ida. So interested to see where that goes, where that all rolls out. But yeah, those are my thoughts on these couple episodes of My Hero Academia. Let me know your thoughts on them in the comments below. As always, I've been your host, Trevor Starkey from TrevorTrove.com. You can follow me at SnarkyStarkey on Twitter. And until next time, from here at the Trove, treasure your friends.